Vic, I got it. Google.
You got us a job at Google?
Not a job. It's an interview for an internship that could lead to a job. Nick, this might be the last chance that we got. Come in here. You got to come in closer. They won't be able to see us. See how small the webcam is? No, get cheek to cheek.
We can see you guys.
Okay, great.
Good. You got us?
Hi, my name is Billy.
We can hear you fine as well.
Oh, great.
Are you ready for this?
Welcome to Google. This will not be your average internship.
We're looking at some sort of mental Hunger Games against a bunch of genius kids for just like a handful of jobs.
That's a Sharpie, by the way, genius.
That's my fault.
All right, back with another pair of movies here. We got The Internship and The Purge. Now, Leon, you didn't see The Purge, right?
I did not.
Well, you might be in for a treat here because 3 of us saw it. You didn't. And you'll have a ringside seat to this discussion here because there's been a lot of debate about this movie, The Purge.
Really?
Yeah, we'll get to that later because a lot of people come out either really liking it or really hating it. I'm sure you're going to wonder what side we fall on here.
There's a lot of movies like that.
There's a lot of movies like that. There's a lot of them like that, but you didn't see this, so this time you get to just sit back, get some popcorn. I pop some for you back there.
I was wondering what I smelled when I walked.
No loud munching.
Yeah.
There's some strawberry milkshake in the fridge, too, if you want to help yourself.
And you can watch this Purge as we kill each other over that review. But before we destroy each other, we have to talk about The Internship, a movie that you did see.
I did see that.
But I didn't
Unfortunately.
see.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
You
you
did.
didn't see it?
But don't worry, guys. I mailed a check to Google for $8. So it's about the same. Right?
Well, I'll tell you something, man. The Internship, if you're going to make a commercial about Google, make it shorter. I mean, damn, man, a 2-hour, like Google needs that kind of advertisement?
No, they don't. And if you're going to do something like that, make sure it's funny.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, really, man. So if you don't know anything about The Internship, it brings back, I keep wanting to say Vince Vaughn, but
What is Vince Vaughn?
oh, wait,
it is him.
you know,
Wait. Cut. Okay, which movie are we reviewing now?
Well, Leon, I don't know, but apparently once you reach 40, you are old as fuck.
Apparently, I'm 41 years old. If you go by this movie, I'm senile right now. What's that boy's name, Leon? No, I think I was thinking of Victor Vaughn. I said Victor Von Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would have been there if it had been Victor Von Doom and Owen Wilson.
And to be fair, Latveria has shitty internet connection.
They're not
Google was there.
They're not getting the fiber connection.
No, Google Fiber is not.
No, they're still using AOL. Yeah.
I mean, this is a kind of, I don't know, man. There was a time that I was just tolerant of these kind of movies. And to me, this kind of movie is so outdated that I just hate it now. I just despise it.
But Corey, this is the cast and the director and writer from Wedding Crashers.
Is this the same director?
I'm pretty sure it's the same director.
I know
No, it was Todd Phillips who did.
I don't think it
I thought
is.
people were saying it was the same director.
Well, because
This is-
Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn were
the
both in
boys are
Wedding.
back, but not the director.
No, this is directed by Sean Levy, the guy that did such wonderful movies as Cheaper by the Dozen, The Pink Panther,
Oh, God.
Night at the Museum 1 and 2, and the upcoming 3. Oh, I see you getting excited right now. Just sit down, Cyrus. It ain't coming out yet. Just
All your
hold on.
favorite classics that just came out on Blu-ray, by
Didn't
the
you
way.
say Spill was ending soon?
Yeah, not soon enough. But this, we bringing back that duo, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. We remember them. The last time they did a movie together was The Wedding Crasher. Now, I wasn't crazy about it, but apparently the rest of the world was. And I know people sitting back saying, oh boy, this those same guys. Look at that guy.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious too.
Well, okay, that's fine. I know I'm the only one, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people now are saying, some people even think it's the same guys. Oh, what these wedding crashing boys doing now? Oh, they crashing Google now. Look at them. No. They played 2 different characters. They played dumber characters than they were in the Wedding Crashers. And this time they play salesmen who have lost their sales job, and both of them are kind of losers. And they're saying, well, fuck it. What do we got to lose? Let's go for the Google internship program. And when they get there, of course, they're the old guys. And all the young people there, I don't think they're older than 22 or 23, but what happened to this generation, Leon, co-host? I mean, they forgot how to party, man. If they could remember how to go and have a good time, they could succeed, get a job at Google, run companies. But don't you worry. That's what Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn are there for. They're the old guys that say, hey, relax about all that book learning stuff. Yeah, you're geniuses, but we're going to do it the old fashioned way. We're going to go out, get drunk, get some strippers, and everything's going to be all right.
Some titties in our face. Oh, boy.
So it's one of those that, like, the old cool guys integrate themselves into the group of, like, nerds who never learned to party or meet girls or anything, and then they both teach each other something. Is that what I'm getting from
It's
that?
old school part deux. That's what it is.
It's formulaic for sure.
But let me just put it this way. It's the fraternity that teaches the rest of the campus and the dean how to have fun. It's Eddie Murphy coming to the police department and teaching the Beverly Hills cops, hey, don't be so stuffy. Have a good time and we'll solve all these cases.
We'll do our jobs later.
It's especially Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School. Hey, you kids, back in my day, I used to have a good time. I don't know why he's a horse now.
No. but they're nowhere near as funny as Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, but I guess old man Leon over here can relate to this because I get a feeling that you really enjoy this.
Honestly, me relating to it, yeah, in spades I did.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what you like, once you turn 40, I guess you don't know how to do any of this, but I was watching, I was like, holy shit, I feel like this is my life right now. Watching it.
Okay.
And much like your life, not that funny.
Okay. Yeah, especially right now. This is kind of serious, man.
I just got depressed all of a sudden.
I was depressed watching it because I was like, wow, I'm laughing. Not even, I mean, I think it's funny, but more like, wow, I know exactly where these guys are coming from. I really feel this. Like I go work at a new tech company and everybody just looks like a teenager to me.
Wow. So you like this then, huh?
I kind of did. I kind of did. I liked it. I mean, everything you said was true. It certainly follows that formula.
You slipping in your old age, man.
If you found this shit funny, you were slipping.
I know, like, even going into it, I was like, man, I've heard it's been savage in the reviews. People are saying, like, there's no reason for a movie that Google's paid for to be this bad. So I was like, let me get this shit over with.
Cyrus. It's good old Leon. Let him get all the reviews. Everybody says this is bad. The blow has been softened, and I don't get it. I kind of liked it.
I feel like we're visiting him in an old age, Isn't he adorable?
Hey, man,
he doesn't know where he is.
He's all
the most disheartening thing to me was I was sitting there laughing through it. I was like, this review is gonna suck for me.
Oh yeah, it is, buddy.
Why did you just fake it, man? Come on, you know what's gonna happen, man.
I didn't even see it, and I'm coming down on
Jesus.
Aren't you interested at all in saving your own ass right now?
That's you playing the type as well.
True. It's all right.
You take a temperature of the room. It's like, is everybody jumping on him?
I'm jumping on the winning team.
Let me get my cleats on too.
I know. See. Your man ain't over here to defend you now.
No.
You're on your own here.
Honestly, I'm serious. Like, I watched it. It struck a chord with me to where I was like, man, I know I'm gonna get shit, but I really felt it. I mean, everything that went on, I was like, wow, yeah. And the whole time where they're like, well, shit, I can't figure out this technology, what you kids are doing, but I can take you to a strip club and have fun. I was like,
that sounds
wow.
familiar.
Oh my God, that is you. That is you to a T.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, but I'm looking for my jaw right now on the floor, somewhere around here.
I don't know how to work this new phone, but I sure can use some titties right now. That'll solve everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, like at that point,
that's why I have a phone.
I was like, God damn. I mean, I know I've always been the guy soft on Vince Vaughn, but I am that character where he's like, hey, you know what? Let me take you kids here. You want to lap dance? Come over here. Hey, sweetheart, dance with this guy. Hey, you having a good time? Hey, cool guy. You had fun, didn't you? Yeah, you goddamn right you did, right? Give me some dap.
What can we say, man? It's about as formula as you can get. Would it ruin anything for anybody if I told you out there? Would anybody have the audacity to scream spoiler alert or spoiler if I told you, oh, when they take these kids out on the night of fun, when they're trying to solve a big problem, they get this problem. They say, hey, make an app in one night. Nobody can think of anything. Vince Vaughn Wilson, hey, kids, relax. Let's go out and get drunk and go to the strip club. At the end of the night, everybody's passed out drunk. All of a sudden, they figure, oh, man, what are we going to do? Oh, man. But then the one kid comes up and like, I'm going to text this girl while I'm drunk. Wait a minute. That's the app. How are we going to get it done, though? I can program it in 5 minutes. I'm such a genius. We're saved. And it's the best app they've made ever.
Right now, everyone Leon's age who works with him is screaming, spoilers! Son of a bitch!
No, that's the thing. Nobody I work with is my age. They're all much younger. Watching this, it was like, wow, that's my life right there.
That's sad.
They might be coming up to you tomorrow after this movie comes out going like, hey, Leon, are we going to go to the strip club? I hear you're a lot of fun.
Hey, Leon, it's your last day because, well, you're outdated now, but let's go to the strip club. Might just save your job.
Hey, Windows 95, let's go party.
Okay. Here's the real right here. I'm not being a snob about this. I like formulas too. I think formulas can be a lot of fun, but this is hurt. This formula is hurt because it's already weak, and it can only rely on two strong leads. These guys, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, they're great together. You can tell that they have a lot of fun.
Honestly, Vince Vaughn has been needing Owen Wilson to come back because he's had to pair it with Kevin James and. You can see like this is not working.
It shows that they are having a good time together. That's not the problem. Thing is that these characters are unbelievably stupid, man.
And unbelievably annoying.
And unbelievably annoying. The thing about Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, when they get together, all they do is just fire off one thing after another. They're just improvising and improvising.
They're used to.
Well, that's the improvisation. That improvisation turns into wild. Like at one moment, Vince Vaughn's like, "Hey, babe, hey." Now all of a sudden, it just turns like,
it's all word vomit. That's all it was. The whole first part of this movie was nothing but word vomit. I mean, sure. I'm sure these guys have a great time when they're hanging out, barbecuing, when they're not on a film set. But when they are on a film set, I want somebody there to pry them apart, for them never to work again. Because the thing is, sure, Wedding Crashers was a lot of fun. It was exciting. The chemistry worked in that film. But man, it's been a long time since those dudes hung out. It seemed like they were really trying hard to recreate that chemistry that they had, and it was not there. I bash my head into the wall the first part of this movie.
I know. They're those two kids in class where they're like, boys, break it up. You go to the end of the room and you go to that other end of the room.
To be fair, when they're not hanging out, Owen Wilson is tying off his arm to get a needle in there. But,
why didn't they film that?
I needed that.
I thought it worked more than not, because even when I had those feelings, I was like, well, they've set these characters up that they are fast-talking salesmen who are basically bullshit artists. And it comes down to, it comes to that point where even like the kids are on their side. It's just kind of like, guys, we realize what you guys do, but you can't bullshit your way through this. You actually have to learn it. Yeah. And for Vince Vaughn, it's like, yeah, but that's nice and all, but give me some way to bullshit my way through this.
Can I just say this though? I can have these guys. I can even stand them sitting up there with the improvisation. I think you probably hated that more than I did, because they did make me chuckle a couple of times. But I'm not buying into the fact that they are that they're that outdated.
Nowadays, people are taking pictures, right? They have their phones now. They're out. Something catches their eye. They want to take it. But then the photo's just sitting there. What if they take that photo and instantaneously put it out there on the line and they share it with their friends?
That's Instagram. It already exists. It's one of the most popular apps in the world. Facebook bought them for like $1 billion.
Oh, no. Mine is very different than that.
How is yours something very different than that?
Because on mine, you're taking the photo instantaneously. You're putting the photo out there on the line.
Is it online?
Yeah, I'm putting my photos out on the line, and I'm creating an exchange.
Yeah, that's Instagram.
But mine's more of a social sharing on the line that's happening.
Online.
Quick interjection. When you keep saying on the line, you do mean online.
Stuart, you don't do that to a man. He's got $1 million idea right here.
$1 billion idea.
Even better. Let him flow.
Okay, that's all fine, but he's talking about something already invented.
They're not 80 years old. They're not even 60 years old. They're 45 tops, I guess, 45, 47. You mean to tell me they don't know how to work a webcam? You mean to tell me that they don't know who Charles Xavier is from the X-Men? They are not that old. In the movie, there's a part where these guys, these misfits, they hate these two guys so much, and I can't blame them, because they're nothing but they're obstructing everything. They're just two babbling idiots. And so to get them to go away, they say, yeah, to help you with this task here, you need to go look for this professor on another campus across town. Well, what's his name? And they look at an action figure on the desk. It's Professor X, and they're like, oh, Professor Xavier. Oh yeah, he hangs out with all these other mutants or whatever they say. They name off some X-Men, and then they go there, they see a guy in a wheelchair, and they're like, Professor Xavier. The guy in the wheelchair is about 60 years old. He can name all the X-Men before he punches him in the nuts. And he knows who Professor Xavier is, but these two numbskulls don't.
I love how Corey almost forgot who the X-Men were there for a second.
I like that too. I like how
It was so. Hey man, I'm 41, man. It's kicking in.
Well, the thing is,
I know you did a conference on how geek culture is mainstream, but not really. I mean, there's plenty of people who are sports fans.
Bullshit.
Well,
There's plenty of people who are sports fans who can't name all the X-Men.
Well, here's the thing. X-Men they've been on the cover of Entertainment Weekly like for years.
5 summer blockbusters that all made millions and millions.
Yeah.
They're about as mainstream as you can
In the
get.
last
God.
10 years.
They pretty much are now.
Okay,
yeah.
two things I would drop on you guys. Yeah, we say this like it's old hat, but we are geeks who study pop culture all the time. That's one.
Not me.
And two.
Shut up, Ghost.
Now,
I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm not buying that for me. You can explain all you want to, but people know who Professor X is.
I'm not going to waste my breath explaining something to you.
No, please don't, because it'll be wasted, man.
But I will tell you that I don't know how to work a webcam.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
How-
I've never worked a webcam.
What?
Never done it.
God damn, yo. Oh,
Never ever.
Christ,
you
man.
ever seen me on a webcam?
You don't think you could work a webcam?
I've never done it.
And that is why you failed.
Wow.
Well, you know,
I'm just telling you. You're looking at everything from your perspective, and you're not looking from other perspectives.
well, here, if I can give you some perspective real quick about at least me watching this movie, is that I'm okay with them going to, okay, look, these are the old guys, but did I need to get it bashed in my head throughout the entire damn movie? I mean, it seemed like they would not stop with that joke that was just running way too damn long. I mean, I was like, what, is this part of the plot point or something? Are they going to enter a time machine and go back to when they were younger to help these group of kids out? Because I'm like, okay, regardless of that, you know, the only thing that's outdated in this movie is its premise, the whole premise of it. It's something we've seen a billion times before, and we've seen it done so much better and so much funnier. I mean, the fact that the movie actually had to slow down because it realized, look, the focus on here is supposed to be about these guys getting to know these kids. So that part when it slowed down, when they went to the titty bar and you actually got to know somebody for once, you know, through the first hour of this movie, I was kind of relieved because I'm like, okay, 'cause I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the purpose is of these Google Olympics that they're trying to do to get all these interns that they have to actually get this job. I'm like, what exactly is this job to begin with? You know, how much does this job pay that these guys feel like this is something they need to do?
Yeah,
I mean, I just needed something there to bite on to wonder, why are these guys there besides Owen Wilson trying to get hooked up with some chick that we're not even going to get to know, that at the end of the movie, it's not even going to matter. Why are they going to get to know these kids that at the end of the movie, we still don't know them? So why should we care? But, I mean, there was none of these subplots or the main plot paid off at all.
See, that's because everything you just said, it was all there. I saw it.
I'm not. I think you did get to know the kids. The problem is that just again they're types.
Right.
You know,
They're typical.
There's
Yeah.
not that you don't spend enough time with them to really care anything about them, and the types that they are. That's why they're types, because they're just in there to just bounce off of Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn. They're not really
they're
characters.
generic as hell.
Yeah, and
Maybe Leon saw the director's cut.
well, I don't know. Maybe you fell asleep and dreamed this shit. I don't know.
Hey,
Past your
you guys
bedtime.
are the ones sitting here like, I didn't see any of this, and I didn't see any of this, and I saw it. So
Apparently,
if anybody,
I'm the only one here who didn't see any of this.
There's 2 against 1 right here, about them. But
I'm not even against. If you like, hey, Leon.
So there's 2 wrong guys.
Hey, Leon, if you liked it, I understand. I mean, I know there's when I think about, you know, you saying that, I wanted to go, maybe it's something like Office Space or a movie like Waiting, where,
Sure.
you know, unless you've been a waiter or you've worked in an office, you know, there's a lot of these jokes that you're just not going to get if you've never been in that environment. So maybe for you, maybe it is like your movie, you know?
And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like I'm watching this, and I've lived like something close to that. So I could really identify with it.
I'm giving you a hard time about the webcam. That's a little extreme to me, but you know, I don't know. Age difference, I guess, seriously. But the cultural stuff, the pop culture stuff that they can't remember, that's bullshit. And the reason why it's mainly bullshit is because they do it when it's convenient. Sometimes these guys know something, sometimes they don't. They mainly do it with the younger kids.
I will give you that. That was something that annoyed me.
Yeah,
like, sometimes the kids don't get the references, and sometimes
yes, there's a point they come in there and they'll say something, and one of the guys will be like, I don't understand that reference. I don't even get that. But they'll mention Flashdance, and all these kids get it. And that's what they do through this whole movie. It's like, all right, these things happen when it's convenient. These guys are fucking idiots at one point, and then all of a sudden they're picking up C++ overnight. I know this is not supposed to be believable. I know it's supposed to be a fluffy comedy, but it's too lazy for me to enjoy. I mean, like I said, give me a formula with 2 strong leads that kind of make sense or are just not as annoying as these guys. I'm fine. Give me something else where, like I said, I don't feel like this is a big promotional piece for Google. Co-host and I were talking about this. A lot of this stuff was even shot on at the Google campus, which, and while we say it's a commercial for Google, I will say this. Don't think that we're saying Google sponsored this movie or they put any money into it, because they didn't. A lot of this stuff was shot in Georgia, and a lot of it was shot on the campus of Georgia Tech.
Sure.
So the Google didn't do that, but this director apparently loves sucking that Google dick. So well, you know, as dicks go, I mean, it's rainbow, so it's got to be tutti frutti flavor.
It's the one to suck, right?
That is true.
Is that what you're saying?
That is true, and that's another thing that gets in the way of the movie. The Google adoration, man. I can't take it, man. I don't know. Leon, if you like this, apparently there are people like you out there who came out of the film the night we saw it saying they loved it. This is the lightest filmmaking that you can do, and there's always going to be an audience for that, because for the most part it's inoffensive. But to me, it offended me heavily. It offended my intelligence. I do not like this movie one bit. This is some straight bullshit for me.
Wow. Well, I don't know. I feel like you're getting really, I mean, you practically even admit you're getting really worked up over something that's not really worth all that. But hey, man,
I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm just saying it's just not a good movie. That's all.
No, you're not saying, you're not just saying it's not a good movie. You're saying you're offended by it. You said even though there's nothing offensive in it, I'm offended by it.
Yeah.
Your words. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
what'd you think about it?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. And it was never a huge laugh, but I got plenty of laughs all the way through it. And a lot of it was me identifying with it. And I was happy that it didn't descend into shit jokes. And it didn't go for like so many of the lazy comedies we see now, are just like, how can I offend the audience? How can I shock? And it didn't do that. It is formulaic, but it plays on formulas that I've seen plenty. I mean, Vince Vaughn does a lot of like, hey, what's a script that Bill Murray would have done? And let me just do it my way. It's that all over again. It's one of those movies where, I don't know, it's sort of like when you say comfort foods, like, yeah, it's inoffensive. It was fun. It did its job. I was entertained by it. And then now it's over. I may watch it again, but for the most part, I liked enough to give it a matinee.
Well, keep in mind, this is forgettable. When I say offended, that's an expression. I won't remember this movie by Monday. Wait a minute, who was in this? Well, half of that's because senility.
Hey,
well,
you're the one being hyperbolic.
No, not really. Like I said, I don't give a shit about this.
That's actually kind of the very definition of hyperbolic.
Right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's all an expression. Like I said, I really don't give a shit.
If only Google were here right now, so we can check up.
So we can look up that word.
Yeah,
I just hit the I feel lucky button and didn't go see it.
No. I mean, look, I honestly wish I had your mindset, because it would have really saved me a lot of torture from watching this film, which I did have. I mean, like I said, anyone giving me shit about Adam Sandler, I think take the worst thing you'd hate about Adam Sandler and times that by 2 and have 2 Adam Sandlers going back and forth with each other, spewing gibberish. And I think that's the first part of this film.
Isn't that an Adam Sandler movie you just described?
Huh?
Isn't that an Adam Sandler movie you just described?
Right?
No, that's not. No, it's not.
Everyone is like, it's like Moore's Law with Adam Sandler films. Everyone is exponentially worse than the one before.
We do have Grown Ups 2 coming up.
No, look, I'll have to teach you some Adam Sandler math in a little bit. But no, I mean, just what, like that first hour of this film was torturous for me. And I'm not kidding. It was torturously bad. Where I was looking around and anybody remotely laughing, I wanted to punch them in the face, because I'm like, wow, this is where comedies are. Right? This is where comedies are going now. I mean, I'm not talking about you. I'm not, Leon, don't get defensive. I'm not talking about you.
Technically, he is.
I'm glad y'all were at different screenings. That's all I can say.
I like you, kid. Don't worry, I like you. Kid. You're old. You're old. You're trying hard. I'm explaining the math. You're going to get it someday. Don't worry. But no, this I just could not stand. The chemistry I did not like. I mean, when I saw Wedding Crashers, something was working there. It wasn't working here. Didn't care for the generic plot. Didn't care for the generic characters. Didn't care for the generic who gives a shit ending. So saying that, I mean, yeah, it's nothing but pure bullshit for me. I mean, yeah, please stop this madness. Stop this madness already.
I know, man.
Try. With these comedies, you need to try. We've seen this a billion times. Stop regurgitating.
You say I'm offended?
You're right. That was the definition.
Yeah, I think I was pretty chill.
Yeah, you were. I'm sorry.
Hey, co-host, it's all right. You know what? We're the two uptight critics right here. What happened to when we just used to have fun with movies? Oh, but here comes old man Leon and show us the way. Hey, you kids, let me show you how we used to do it. We used to watch movies for a good time. Relax. We're gonna go to the bar, go to the strip club. After some titties, we're gonna come back and like this movie a whole lot more. It's gonna be full price.
I'm down with the titties.
You joke, but you know it's true.
Hey, I'll do anything after some titties and alcohol.
You'll even like Little Nicky. Well, okay, let's not get crazy.
Hey, even I will tell you, no one will like Little Nicky.
Yeah, we're just going out for drinks, not heroin.
We have rules. The red paddle indicates no, green paddle, yes. Having a beer with your boss.
If you want to grab a cold one with me, you let me know.
I will not be grabbing a cold one with you.
You get high?
Your job? Find the bug.
Why don't the two of you guys right now go and find the programmer?
His name is Charles Xavier.
He's a professor at Stanford.
He's in a wheelchair.
Got it. Stanford, wheelchair.
Yes.
Charles Xavier?
Very funny.
Professor Xavier, we know that it's you.
You found me out. Cyclops, Rogue, we're all here. Now, I want to share some of my wisdom with you.
Oh, my God! Professor Xavier's a total...